Probably shouldn't have drank in the water so fast like that. I'm definitely feeling it right now. Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for November 22nd, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching in time, it might be extremely relevant. So if this isn't, I don't know, stick around, go, do your thing. I don't know. What do we need to know? All right. Something seems unfair, unjust, out of balance. What the heck is it? We have some Page of Swords. You can't really get to the bottom of something, and you're feeling like you're taking crazy pills. So what's going on with this? All right. So the Chariot. This isn't a failure. You're going for much of the same thing of the past. You're looking for the same information, the same signs, the same truth. It's all a load. It's not exactly what you would think. You're hitting a wall because you're going in the wrong direction. You're supposed to be changing directions, going another way, and having a new, very grounded start, but it's like you're hell-bent on going in a particular way. That's really just, it's not going to serve you anything. You're watering a dead seed with this, and I think that it's all your nerves. Who could blame you? Definitely check out the mini reads. Good God, the energy is freaking out. It's like, am I supposed to do this? Am I going to jump on that? Yeah, babe. Totally. Listen, you're going to rise above the problem, but first you have to identify what the actual problem is. What I see here is something that is really, it's something that is very self-made. I see that you're looking for something that is almost like, it's, how can I word this? By the way, this is the cards that we're looking at. All right, so it's like what you are so used to getting. It's something that's almost hovering above reality. And it's something that it doesn't make sense to the environment. It doesn't make sense to any truth that you've put out. It doesn't make sense. But this is something that still hangs in the atmosphere. And this is all that you have known to go for, because this in itself has stood out. So what I'm seeing here is something that is not quite misplaced, not quite as alien in your life. And it's something that you are being pulled to, but you're using old tactics and old methods to go for something that is, in its own right, alien, but more based into something that is your reality, if that makes any sort of sense. It makes sense in my head as I'm saying it, but hopefully I don't sound like I'm just yapping away. All right, you. Saints and angels. So I'm seeing something that is developing passion, has a lot of payoff, a lot of grounding, somebody who's massively independent. Something about sleep that is coming about. So hold on, safe travel and pray. And then, hold on, we have Mother here. Wise decision, optimism, signs from above, and you're a leader. Okay. Why are you waiting for the go-ahead? Why are you waiting for the perfect moment, the opening to be thrown right in front of you? I feel like the door has opened, but you're so used to looking for something that is so different. You don't even realize the door that is open right in front of you. It's coming off as kind of an optical illusion where you're afraid that since it's not what you are used to seeing, you're going to hit a wall. No, my dear, you're already hitting a wall, going after the same old methods and practices and signs that you have used. Something new needs to be treated as something new in here. So go for, I guess, create the circumstance that would be less obvious for you. This doesn't need to be earth-shattering. This is something that you've been getting signs for from Spirit. So help me God, I've been seeing hawks again like you wouldn't believe. I think I have a hawk nest in my backyard because they're there. I mean, I have hawks on my back, but that's neither here nor there. That's a tattoo. All right, you. So the wise decision and optimism, please have faith that you're not a complete moron, that you are capable of making a decision, and that you are somebody who is going to be loved no matter what you do. You are so worthy of love, so deserving of this love. And I think that it is coming towards you. I think that this is something that is going to involve, it's going to involve taking the anxiety off of you. And it's also going to be something that takes the stress. I think that you might be exhausted. You might be exhausted looking for something that is so detrimental. Hang on 1 second, okay? 1 second. 1 second. Go get your coffee. I have to respond to this. It's important. Yeah, you're going to see exactly when I got the call. No, I'm not going to say who, what, where, why, or when. Shush. It's important stuff. So, listen, you got to take the initiative in your life. You got to stop waiting for other people to just be in all agreement with this one. You got to stop waiting for the masses to approve. I don't give a crap what anyone says or does when it comes to you making your decision. You don't need anyone else to back you up, because honestly, the mindset of all of those people around you is in alignment with what you want for yourself. They may have the best intentions with you, but it's not going to be something that it's from your perspective and your light. So unless they're saying, hey, I support you no matter what your decision, let's not get in over our head about this. There's so many opinions that get thrown into the mix. You don't need to do this. So either support or bust. I don't want to hear it. All right. So let's look at archetype. What power do you need to have? Beggar. So dependence on others. Okay. You got to get over your need for other people's approval, whether it's relationships, career, complete life changes. Get over the need for people to approve. Nobody is ever going to completely go along with you. They don't need to understand it. They don't need to believe in it. They don't need to have faith in anything that you do. All they need to do is make sure that you live, and to sit down, shut up, and have your back because you are worthy of it. You would never stop somebody else from fulfilling their destiny, because it creates a karmic debt for you. Don't let anybody else try and sway your decision or try and make you feel bad about it. So, let's see. Samaritan, refines your capacity to help those who you would prefer to ignore. You're going to step above and beyond. You are going to get so far out of your comfort zone because you are being pulled to do so. You're going to feel so alien. But this is going to be where all the growth happens. And this, I don't feel like it's trauma mode. I don't feel like it's you being delusional. I feel like it's you and taking a chance on an opportunity. So it sheds a light on potential wealth within you that can't be stolen. What you have in you, what you are striving for, cannot be taken from you. This is going to be a risk. This is where you have to see it for the opportunity that it is, not for... God, I can't keep going into that. Not for the huge risk that it is. There's potential. You've got to see the potential there. And you are the person who's going to make it happen. So then we have the alchemist. Transformation of base motives to goals into golden wisdom. All right. I want to look more at that, because I feel the reason why you have such an issue with your own choices and your wisdom is because, all right, so I'm going to read the shadow of this. I'm not saying you're abusive, but tendency to abuse animal, people, and the environment. Okay, so with this, I think that you've been led by fear a lot. Fear of your safety, fear of people who probably had either guardianship or some sort of authority over you, and the misuse of power. If you did not play along, if you did something that they deemed unworthy or stupid, you got the payback of it. And I think that still somehow lives in your body. And that's speaking of the anxiety. So that's what you got to be mindful of. Your old ghosts are not relevant to now. This is also one of the many hurdles that you're overcoming right now. It's trusting in your choice, but also all those fears. It's of people who had really done some damage to you in the past. And I feel really bad about that. And it's really hard to acknowledge the depths of which those pains go. But now it's really important that you actually see this for how far it goes into you and how this is played out in so many instances of your life, whether it was family, friends, or past lovers. Somebody has caused you almost irreversible damage. And I think that it was almost irreversible because you don't actually understand the depths of it until now, which is going to be a really ugly truth for you to come across. I've seen it. Definitely have seen it in myself, seen it in others. It's not for the light, for the, for the weak. It's not for the weak. And then again, your purpose, it involves you being irrationally strong. I am so sorry. I hate that you have to be this strong. However, you kind of signed up for this life and these hardships you have been programmed to overcome. So you want to know what? Step up. Spirit's got your back. We got your back. You got to do this for you. What you have to look forward to. I'm being pulled to... Humana. I'm thinking of the Sacred Union card. Where the heck is that? I haven't seen that deck in forever. Get your mind out of the gutter. Nope, not over here. Did I get rid of it? Hold up. This can't be gone because I remember I just got it. Where the heck is it? All right, so remember Sacred Union. This is going to be coming about. I got to get more on this, though. Okay. All right, so we're going to go with the Enchanted Compass or the Enchanted Map. All right, so what do you have to look forward to? Home. You have to look forward to getting out of something that no longer feels like home. Some of you might actually be doing an actual move, or you're going to acknowledge how you have outgrown something, and then you're going to make the correct moves to the next step. And let's see, what's this? You got to follow your own path on this. You have got to be the leader in this. Okay, so you're going to be stepping very much into the leadership role and a lot of momentum in this movement. So what's this? Peaks of joy. There's a lot of mourning that you are going to be doing, whether it's frustration or actual hurt. I'm not sure. You have... it's time for you to actually listen. Maybe not to others. In fact, I really don't want you to listen to anyone's BS on this. I want you to listen to yourself. So, let's see. I feel like you do know that this was coming about, and I think that you've put it off long enough. And there's this one too. Hold on. What's this? Magical Stream. You got to step into purpose. I know that I'm picking a bunch of cards, but this is a really crazy story. It's all about you pulling back your energy, stop seeking everyone's approval, understanding why you had to seek all that approval, understanding that where you've been is not where you belong anymore. You don't belong there anymore. It doesn't mean that you can't fit in. It just simply means that you have to go find out where you do belong. And no, it's not in the gutter. All right? You staying stuck is not going to happen. You will be forced just so uncomfortably until you finally snap, and you're probably already about to do it. So there's a lot to be mourned, and there's a lot of aggravation that seems to be coming about with this. I know I have a lot of cards. This is just one of those days. Alrighty, beautiful. You're going to be glad that you get away, honestly. There's a lot of work to be done, and I am feeling a lot of destined moments, whether it's the actual step of opportunity that you're stepping into or destined partnerships or soul unions that's coming in. This is Temperance is also a soulmate card too. So there's a long journey ahead where you are going to have a lot of work on yourself, but this is going to have peaks of joy. And that already showed up in this, but it was in reverse, which was talking about your mourning. All right, so Your emotions are going to be running wild, and I think that you're going to be surprised by what hits you. And then we have this. Until you decide what you are going to be doing as far as direction you are going and what your hurdles have been, you are, well, it's just you're going to be stuck. But when you actually get to the bottom of it, that is when the huge passion is ignited. And then we have this bad boy. The truth is going to set you free. But first, it is going to tick you off like you wouldn't believe. I would not doubt if you started smashing things over the next few days. Please don't do anything illegal. Please don't do anything dangerous. Oh. All right, you need to find your emotional connections right now. You need to find your emotional balance. You need to find your emotional focus, and you have got to utilize tools that you have not used before. We have the Star card, which you do not get unless you've been through the hellfire. And now we have balance being restored. So this hurricane of emotion and opportunity and things completely falling through, it is the hurricane that is clearing the path for everything in front of you. And then you have the resourcefulness of the Star and the equilibrium restoration of the Two of Pentacles. All you have to do is surrender. And what's this? We have the Lovers, and we also have this. So there's very slow healing coming on, and it looks like this is something that you haven't moved on from as far as your intimate circle goes. So I think that you're still hurt from the past relationships and people. And I also see that there's a feeling of being lost and forgotten. So you can't let go of the past. Well, okay, so let me actually reword that because I got lost. It's hard for you to let go of the past, and the past hurts, and I think that these have been a real major anchor for you in your life, and it's actually kept you very stagnant, and it was a huge excuse to keep you stagnant. But you have the Lovers that is coming in, so you don't get to use your excuses of pain anymore. You are somebody who can get through that pain. I really hate saying that because it feels like I'm marginalizing the hurt you've experienced, but it's not me. I'm not actually doing it. This is saying you can't get what you want unless you understand where you've been and what it's done to you, and you let it go. It's not a matter of you pretending all is well in Wonderland, like nothing happened. It's a point of, God, taking a leap into something. But I see a lot of insecurities coming about with you. Yeah, you're experiencing the ebb in life right now. And it looks like you're trying to stave off some sort of disaster. We have Capricornian energy here. So this, you don't want to give something your all because you're afraid of getting hurt, even though that this is going to be a celebration and that you are going to be moving on. Hermit card again. This is everything that you want. Ugh, God, you just don't think that you're ready, and you don't think that you can handle it. I do see some form of information that's coming through, a huge payoff. We have the Two of Cups energy around this. And something that has ignited you in a very physical way. The Wands is the Wands. So, yeah. Yeah. Emperor, get the heck back on your throne. Okay. You are probably feeling really scatterbrained. There's a lot of emotional eruptions that are coming up that I think that you've been trying to stave off for a very long time. A lot of old ghosts, a lot of old patterns are going to be brought to the attention. I think you're going to want to rip some heads off. I'm not telling you to do that. Don't do anything illegal or dangerous, please. But you cannot test the grounds of whatever this is, this opportunity or this love or this movement that you're stepping into. You can't even test it until you get closure on the past. You can't do it unless you face every single insecurity that those past relationships or those past situations have invoked in you, because it has been something that has been kind of like, yeah, you hear that in the background, right? It has been something that has been almost like it almost feels like padded walls. It made you feel like you were losing it. All right, final cards. We have spend quality time together. Rest and relaxation is essential. Yep. And then we have treasure your loved ones. Okay. This is going to be something that is slow moving. It is a whole new world. I'm getting that stinking song from Aladdin. You have to have quality time by yourself. You have got to actually figure yourself out and why everything has had such an influence in your life, and so undeservingly. I think that you're beautiful. I think that you've given so much of your heart, and now you still have that heart, but man, is it guarded. So you want to know what? Whatever the situation is, it's going to go at its own pace, and there is quality time, physical touch, and physical movement that is coming in for you. Don't take any of this for granted. Don't take any opportunity coming your way for granted. Yes, there will be plenty of opportunities, plenty of chances to begin again. Do not waste this one just because you think that you can and that this is going to be something that just comes back around. You're going to kick yourself for the lost minutes. You have a lot of healing that you have to do, a lot of rage that has to come to the surface. I don't want to hear any excuses. For your happiness, for your abundance, for everything that is worthy of you, go flippin' do it right now. I don't want to hear it. If you have questions about booking your own private session because your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense, go ahead and reach out in the provided email address. See what services I provide, what's the sale going on, time zones, availability. See what might be right for you. Go get this done. You have all the time in the world, but you don't get these minutes back. Now go do it. Stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. Hey there, beautiful. I keep forgetting to light incense, but I think we've established that it's in my best interest to blame you, so do better. All right, what brings you here? We're going to be getting a mini message, something that's been going on in your situation. Or it's just something that you need to look out for. So if you found your glorious, amazing, and beautiful way across this, chances are you need a mini message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. If this is horrible, I'm sorry. I wish I could do better in that moment. But if this is a good message, ooh, it looks like it's going to be a good message. Okay. What do you need to know? Some swift action. All right. Cut through the truth. We have, a lot of air and earth energy in this. So this looks like somebody needs to be listened to. They need to cut through the BS. There's been a lack of information going, and I think that somebody's been getting stressed about it. Listen, you're not going to be abandoned in this. I see some sort of a proposal happening fast. Now, this might be a non-romantic proposal. It could be romantic, but it's going to involve distance. And you want to know, this is going to be exactly what you want. Very cool. So take a leap of faith, okay? What this is talking about is be the fool for once in your life. And it's not talking about you actually being an idiot. It's talking about you doing something foolish and taking a risk, because Spirit is about to catch you. But I think that you kind of need to put whatever it is out on display, whatever the information is, whatever the talk that needs to happen. I feel like this is either time or distance that is between the people who are involved. But I see that it's going to be well appreciated and well received, and it's actually going to help put some blocks in place so that you guys can make some sort of a movement. Okay, there is a very protected loyalty that's in here, and it seems like you guys, when you are going through whatever the upset or the challenge is, it looks like it's further off in the distance than it actually is. It's a slippery slope, and I think that's why you're afraid to have this conversation. Stop beating around the bush. All right, so this, I feel like messages are going to be coming in, messages of love, and it's the truth, and it is coming directly from the throat chakra, and it's coming in fast and hard, and I want you to know that that in itself is divinely protected. So a lot of hastiness, but it feels very good and progressive. All right, so don't hide anything. Share it, and you want to hope that this is going to be well received, because it will be. Hey, gorgeous. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message, so listen with an open heart and an open mind. What do you need to, okay. I was only going for one in that moment, but you want to know what? Fast action moving to whatever this offer is. You know, I shuffled these. I did. These 3 cards were in the last mini read that I did. If I'm going to do this on camera because there's no way that I can prove it. All right. You're not going to be abandoned. This isn't hasty, but it's definitely triggering people who are involved in this situation. So there might be a lot of emotional upset. Somebody might be trying to apply the brakes because it looks like they are not over some sort of a karmic situation. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Even in the ebbs, the flow is still in motion. Somebody is healing. All they need is what seems to be time. All right, so we have these 2. The choice has been made. You're going to see this. It's just this person has to go at their own pace. It's like this slowdown makes it feel like they're losing passion. Son of a gun. Seriously, dude? Really? A lot of these cards were in the last mini read that I did. Go ahead and check it out. It's obnoxious. I mean, there's 78 cards in the deck. You know, there only could be so many, but these were in the last one. So there's a psychic connection in this, which is absolutely great. This persons is looking towards the future, and I see that this is going to be something that they need to let go of, not the future, but whatever the karmic situation is, because it feels like it broke their heart and it really rocked their foundation. I feel like somebody has been lost for quite some time, going into what seems to be like the desert of their life. And you know, you would think that they would have been there for 40 years, but lo and behold, no, time just slowed right down with this energy. Yeah, I have a lot of cards, and it's just, I see what's going on here is a very heavy situation where somebody who is normally compassionate and giving is very triggered, very insecure, and I see that they're probably putting a stop to something in their life. And even in that ebb, it's because of the triggering of the karmic situation. It's divine working order. It's really about checking to see, is this what you really want? And psychic connection is in this. So listen, it's time for you to go the distance. It's going to play out in positive manner, even though it seems to be something that is making no motion right now. It's because somebody is going through the phase of release. I hope that made sense. Take 2. You know, me being a mom, there's going to be interruptions. But as soon as I pulled the cards, my schmoopsie, my snugglemuffin, my youngest snugglemuffin, decided he was going to start banging on stuff up there. And really, what are you going to do? Tell him to knock it off. In the most plain form. Oh, I love my babies, but you know, this has happened. Okay, you. This is really a time for you to look at the hurdles that have been placed in front of you. It's not because you're not meant to have some sort of a huge outcome in this, or a sense of greatness, a sense of power. I really am getting all those. This is really something where, how badly do you want your leadership role? It's not that you keep failing. It's just there's one hurdle after another. It's not because you're not supposed to have this. You're supposed to look at this a different way. You're supposed to look at an alternative route to get here. You are not somebody who's on the straight and narrow path. I'm sorry. You have a lot of twists and turns and side projects, for God's sake. So what I'm seeing here is, first off, you got to be able to bend with all of the left curves that life has given you. You got to be able to bend with, well, that was a horrible connection that I just made there. Got to be able to bend with the extreme weathers that life is going to put you through. You need to be a strong leader. You need to be strong in the first place. And you started off as a blank slate, and life saw the potential in you with this. And there's no way that it was just going to give it to you without making you... It's not even a matter of proving yourself. You literally had to do emotional, mental, and spiritual strength training, and in a lot of cases, physical too. So take whatever has been your hurdle and your challenges in life and chalk it up to this important path that you have been on, your important project, your purpose. You have a very important purpose. Do not take all those challenges. Do not take all of those challenges and those hurts and those upsets as you having to be a martyr and self-sacrifice and have a miserable life. You, my dears, come out on top. There's a lot of forgiveness that has to be done, and you are not. You got to get that monkey off your back. Forgiveness is going to be something that is one of the hurdles that are in front of you. And that is something that can be so gut-wrenching. But you have a big purpose. You have to be pretty magical to obtain it, and you are. Hey there, lovely. What brings you here? If you have found your way across this, if you cleaned out your catch, and I still somehow managed to show up on your page. Well, actually, if I just have, I might be here for a good reason. I don't know. So if you're finding this message, listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to find out what is up. Emotions. Well, you're preaching to the choir. We just, I think, had that full moon in Taurus. It's Taurus, right? Emotions, forgiveness, and then we have activist and love, commitment, pray, and travel. Shut up and be brave. Okay, so I'm leaving it here. I'm leaving it here because I can't keep pulling out of the deck. And I feel like it's meant to have this. I feel like it is. I feel like this is going to be one of those days where it's just a ton of cards coming through. All right, you're about to take on the world with your co-pilot. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Now what? Every single heartache, every single person that has taken advantage of you, taken you for granted, exploited your kind and giving nature, that has beaten you down mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even in some horrible cases. Actually, they're all pretty horrible. In those cases, you get it. Anyway, what I see is you have been made to be absolutely needless. You say that you're pretty easy, and I mean this in the most pure sense, and that you are able to adapt to any situations. You are not low standard. It's low maintenance. There you go. That's the word I want. Now you've just been trained to not have your needs fulfilled. Either that or you fulfill them on your own, which is great, grand, and wonderful. However, it's time that you actually get the gift that you've been seeking for God knows how long. If you're as big of a sap like me, you came into this world looking for this person. And what I see here is you've definitely found soulmate. And this is going to involve somebody who really takes on the world with you. It's your co-pilot. You can go anywhere with this. This is a huge commitment that is underway. And this is actually getting into your activism, your humanitarian work. You have a major purpose in this, and what you're about to step into, it's a major commitment. And it is in matters of the heart. And I think that you're freaking out. You're freaking out. You're being triggered. You are trigger happy. Listen, I know you want to drop stuff and run, but don't. I know that you probably want to stomp on their foot and run. Don't. It'd be really funny though, but don't. This is be brave and say yes. Take two. I could not get through this one sentence to save my life. So what am I going to do? I'm starting over. This is going to be a message from Spirit. I have 3 cards in front of me, so listen with an open heart and an open mind. It's either from your main guide or from a loved one who's crossed over. Usually it's the first one coming up ahead. It doesn't mean the others aren't there. It just means that this is the person stepping up. So if this resonates, well, I hope it's a good message. If it doesn't resonate, I'm sorry. So what do you need to know? All right, there are times when you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the patterns that show up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you'll always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, beautiful one. A beautiful life awaits. Intimacy is scary sometimes. It means that you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask that you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it'll be so worth it. This is the only way you'll know true closeness with others, and you will also be close with spirit and with us. There's an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just let yourself be with others or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So we may support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who you are with others, so share it. You will be so glad that you did. Check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you are taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it'll bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Maybe you'll see a reflection of the outer world of the motives that drive you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul called you towards? Joy, discovery, growth, adventure, participating in something that is compelling, meaningful without trying to define it. If you step forward, surrendering to whatever spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed how things turn out. Check your motives and then hand them over to spirit. Everyone over here wants what's best for you, and life loves you more than you know. Love, spirit. All right, let's look at archetypes. This is the power you're either invoking or the shadow work that needs to be done. So you can invoke some sort of a power. So grab a seat, listen with an open heart and an open mind. What do you need to know? What's on the bottom? Hermit. If this were in the Rider-Waite, it would be the Virgo card. Might mean something to you. No, it's really about... All right, you have some decisions that you have to make, and this is doing that inner check to make sure that this is the choice that you want to make. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity or hypocrisy, and then we have the Rescuer in reverse. Nobody can save you. You have to save yourself. So the choice that you're making, this is the choice that you have to make yourself. You can't make this for anybody else. And this, if this is something that you truly want, you're going to make this happen. So then we have Bully. You're not intimidating. They are simply intimidated. You have intimidated people in the past, but because they couldn't face things about themselves. Do not squash your light in order to appease others. What you have is something that is very powerful, and it's actually gotten you pretty far. And even though you've watered it down, it has still gotten you to this point. Now I want you to take that passion, check the source of it, check that fire, that inspiration that is internal with it. Be a fool. Take a leap of faith on something. This, nobody's going to force you to do this. You have to do this. You have to do this for yourself and for, I guess, the freedom in making choices in the future. Some really big choices, having the confidence that you're not an idiot. So then we have Companion in reverse. Betrayal by misusing confidence and loss of personal identity. Yeah, babe, you've had so many people completely exploit this about you in the past and have gotten you to a certain point and then dropped you. I get it. You have been dragged through the ringer with pain. And this is a fear of losing everything that you have built, how far you've come, losing yourself in either the situation or the relationship. I know that this has happened in the past. I know that you've been hurt by either other relationships or the circumstances and that you were left to your own devices. You don't have to do that now. This is, you have to make this choice for yourself. You can't make this choice based off the past people have hurt you or the past situations that have hurt you. None of those are coming into play right now. The wisdom that you have, it's not the wisdom that's going to keep you safe in this. This situation, this person is totally different. Take what you know that you are capable of and take that leap for yourself.